Hey, okay sir, welcome back to Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Well, I thought we only had one chapter for the week, but it looks like we've got another one. We've got a chapter 7 as well. So now we're actually going to be going to Gringotts, which is fantastic. It is our first case, and we figured out that we have to go to Gringotts because there was some kind of stuff with a bank and transactions and things of that nature. So let us do that right now. See, it kind of throws me off because when you finish a chapter completely, what happens is when another chapter pops up and is ready to go, you actually have to click next. Like, let me show you quickly. So the go button at the top there, that will say next. So then when you click next, then the next chapter will pop up like the thing that says chapter 7 and shows a little description of everything. But if you don't do that, you may not realize that there's a chapter ready to go, and it can be sitting there for a lot longer than you realize. Welcome to Gringotts, Ruby, the only wizarding bank in Great Britain and the scene of a crime. Scene of a few crimes recently, based on what Flump said. I remember reading an article in the Daily Prophet about that break-in case he mentioned. That must be where Callum is here, but we can ask him more about it later. For now, let's focus on our own investigation. We've got to learn about these fraudulent transactions. Yes. So there he is. I didn't pick up any cursed objects, but I did hear a lot about an increase in checks being deposited. Great work, Casey. That tracks with what I overheard about large sums of money being moved around lately. Gringott deals with transactions all day, so something about these checks must have been suspicious. Perhaps it's an uptick in the volume of people's checks activity? Grip Harker. When I was informed of a nosy duo asking around, I should have known to be including you, Casey. You weren't kidding when you said you were kind of famous, Casey. It's been a while, Mr. Griphook. If you're here about the break-in, the bank has already told the Daily Prophet that nothing was stolen. Screenshot there. Oh, hold on a second. And I would know I was there when it happened. You were? Yes, and that's all I'll say on the matter. Well, you'll be pleased to know that I'm not here to ask about the break-in. We're hearing about reports of an increase in fraudulent transactions, Mr. Griphook. And just who are you? This is my coworker, Ruby Honeysuckle. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Mr. Griphook. Now, about those transactions? Why are you asking about fraudulent transactions? Just curious, I can't say. I'm with the ministry. I'm going all in. Because I'm a maintenance person after all. I'm with the ministry, Mr. Griphook. Is that so? The ministry sent us. We know that this is supposed to be a quiet operation, so we don't raise suspicion. This is all extremely unorthodox. You know I can be trusted, Mr. Griphook. I was a great help during the attempted robbery in my 7th year. I suppose you were useful. And I helped Bill Weasley with that golden dragon egg that was stolen by a mother dragon. Alright, fine. Since you're here with the ministry, I'll give you some fraudulent checks to inspect. But you better not tell anyone about this. Our lips are sealed, Mr. Griphook. Now that we've got tangible evidence, we can get out of here. I'll look into the names on those checks and see if I can find any connections. And I'll visit my old friend Mr. Elderberry in the archives and see what I can dig up about the cursed checks. I was hoping we'd actually see him, but... you know. Like, see the checks. Why, you ask? I want a really good thumbnail. This place is always so creepy. Thankfully they are not. Hey there, I forget your name. KC, you're just in time. I try to be Mr. Elderberry. Thank you for going to let me search the archives. I believe you can call me Elton now, KC. Now, as I was saying, you're just in time. Herbert and I were in the middle of a very important debate. Mr. Elderberry? Elton? I will not hear a single thing about searching the archives until you settle this debate for us. We must know, KC, which jam is best for cranberry orange scone? Cherry or orange curd? Neither. Honestly, it's neither. Fiddlesticks! You've thrown quite the wrench in our debates. Dang it. We will call this round a draw, Herbert. Fear not, there will be many more debates in our future. Now that that's settled, the archives are now open for you to pursue. If you need my help finding anything, you know where I am. I actually may need your help. I have a magical maintenance request that may seem non-maintenance related, but it is. Ah, I knew magical maintenance would be the right department for you. And I'm glad you took the newt and my mentoring so seriously. What do you mean by that? Huh? What did she say? You have to speak up, these old ears don't hear as well as they used to. As I was saying, I'm always happy to help the magical maintenance department with whatever they need. Brilliant! I'm looking for connections between Gringotts and cursed objects. Specifically, cursed checks. Herbert and I can certainly lend you some help. Let's get a move on, there's only so much time until tea time. Well, he knows about everything though, doesn't he? He was like, I think your future will be just fine, wink wink. So he obviously knows. Did you ever find my golden tea set? I can't seem to find any mention of cursed checks being used in any of your files, Elton. Everything I'm finding is about regular parchment or books, and diaries, nothing about banks. Perhaps there's a file that we missed. Herbert? Oh, yeah, Herbert, but in a much more menacing tone. Fiddlesticks, Herbert. You know I make that ink myself. My quills are very delicate and require special ink. He didn't mean to, Elton. Herbert just got a little too excited to help. I suppose if I had a tail, I would also be making a mess of things. Nothing that the wiping spell can't clean up. Turgio! Wow. My deepest apologies for the mess, Casey, as I look around at this masterful, clean place that I'm in. Don't worry about it, Elton. That ink spell actually gave me an idea. Ruby and I hadn't thought to check the ink on the checks. Perhaps it's not the checks that's cursed, but the ink that we need to look at. Thank you for all your help, Elton. I've got to update my boss on my progress. Interesting. See, this is what I don't like about this as well, is I don't like the fact that I have to collect this right now. Why can't I skip this? Fiddlesticks as well. Flump, I've got an update for you. What are you looking at? Oh, it's a clock. Weird. About the, magical maintenance task you put me on. I give out a lot of magical maintenance assignments. Which one are you talking about? The banana peel, the overflowing toilet, the broken lift. Banana peel? The, banana peel in the lunch hall. The one everyone kept slipping on, but refused to pick up? That one. The banana peel. Right. You do remember assigning Ruby and I the banana peel case, right? I take the maintenance and cleanliness of the ministry very seriously. A rogue banana peel is certainly not something I would forget. Right, well, Ruby and I thoroughly inspected the scene, and I believe I may have a solid theory. So my theory is... Do you know what time it is? What? I'll give you a hint. It's quitting time, agent. Oh, okay. I guess you're done for the night. But the banana peel. Your fruit endeavors are not my problem until tomorrow. You're welcome to work all you want, if you want, but I'm not paying overtime. And my time being your boss and having to listen to you officially ended 3 minutes ago. Goodbye, Agent Your Name here. I've got a good book and a pack of jammy dodgers waiting for me at home. Alright then, good night. You can't be serious, can he? Old Flump is very serious about not working overtime. But I had a theory and he just walked away. Whoa, you seem upset. Alright, let it all out. Walk your good pal Olivia through what's going on. Fine, perhaps it'll help me get things sorted out. But I guess that would be a little bit irked as well. He's right there. I know working with Flump can be challenging, and he does seem to be more curt with you. I just don't get him. He wants you to solve the case, but won't listen when I have an update. Flump isn't a very hands-on supervisor. He trusts us to get our work done without having to check in. Look, I know you've had a lot of changes lately, but I want you to know that you can always come to me for advice. Thanks, Olivia. I've got to get to an appointment soon, but is there anything else you'd like advice on before I go? Work-life balance, dealing with Flump, ink theory. That actually would be pretty relevant now, but I can't do that, so we'll just talk about Flump again and complain. Any advice on dealing with Flump would be appreciated. It's best not try to impress him. It only makes him more stubborn. The only way to win him over is by making his job easier, which you can do by just doing your job. One of his favorite mottos is, to work smarter, not harder. Thanks for the advice, Olivia. I wonder what I'm supposed to do now, though. I don't know where Ruby is and Flump's left. You should take a break. Think about something other than work, and then come back with fresh eyes in the morning. And don't stress out if you do slip up and think about work. I still have trouble with it too. You do? Sure. I feel like I'm always having to think about life when I'm at work, and work when I'm at home. In fact, I'm still thinking about the last night when Jacob said my chicken was too dry. I nailed it. I actually nailed it. No, I didn't. I thought it, but I never actually said it. If you're confused what I'm talking about, Jacob and I were supposed to move in together. Like, he was supposed to move into my flat, and then he was like, oh, well, I found somebody else. So then I was like, well, maybe it's somebody that I know. And I believe, I don't know if I said Olivia, but I was thinking it at the time. That doesn't mean anything because I never said it out loud, but I promise you, I was thinking Olivia. That's why I'm not surprised about this. Huh? Watch your Casey, I need your help with something. Brilliant timing, Tonks. I've got to get to that appointment and Casey needs to take a break. Wait a moment. No time to wait. Andre's in the middle of a fashion emergency. We've got to go. So there's something a little weird about this. Jacob was stuck in the portrait so he looked a lot younger. He didn't age, but suddenly he's aged a lot. He shouldn't have aged that much, and I know Olivia and Jacob are technically supposed to be the same age, and now they look the same age. I don't get it. Plus he's now not blind. I don't know if they even really talked about that, did they? Who even knows? Well, now it's time to go to the 3 broomsticks and help Andre. I think they were talking something about fashion? That was 4 hours ago, so I don't remember. Oh no! Thank you, you're here, Casey. I got here as fast as I could. Tonks said you had a fashion emergency? More like a catastrophe. He's been like this ever since I found him here drinking butterbeer all by himself. He wouldn't tell me anything, but I just know you can get through to him. I'll certainly try. Tell me what happened, Andre. We can figure it out together. Glad Rags pays well, but not nearly enough for me to afford designer fashions that I need. I had to wear off-the-rack trousers today. Off the rack? Can you believe it? That's not an emergency. How awful. I mean, come on now. Off-the-rack trousers? That's not an emergency, Andre. Of course it is. I have a certain style I must uphold in front of my clients. I must admit, when you said fashion emergency, I thought you meant like your sewing machine broke. Merlin's beard, neither of you understand me. Life after Hogwarts has proven to be a bit trickier than I anticipated. It seems that is the general consensus among our friends. Barnaby's homesick for Hogwarts, Penny's troublesome roommate, and Marula's inability to hold down a job. Speaking of Marula, I was talking with Tula, but she overheard that Bolton had to fire Marula for leaving her post. At this rate, Marula's going to be going through all the shops in Hogsmeade before the year's up. I hope she doesn't ask me for a reference. One of us must be having some luck. What about you, Tonks? Don't look at me. I'm convinced it's going to take me years to become an Auror. I keep knocking things over. Brilliant, and I've got a boss that keeps giving me mixed signals. Let's focus on one problem at a time. We'll start with the Andre's fashion emergency. I'm not sure we'll be able to solve my budget issues right now, but I already feel better. Chatting with you two certainly helps. I also got to warm up for a bit, which is nice since the heat is out of my flat. What? It was either the heat or the newest silk tie collection. Obviously, I had to choose the ties. I feel like your budget issues should be one of our next issues to tackle, Andre. But in the meantime, it seems that meeting up like this has helped us all. We should do it more often. I won't say no to that. It'd be nice to see everyone more often. Fantastic. Then I propose a weekly meetup with the old Hogwarts gang. We'll get together and chat about whatever we want. Sounds aces to me. Me too. Going forward then, we'll gather all Hogwarts friends every week and have some fun. Well, that's really nice, actually. We still don't know what Marula is, and I have been thinking about something else as well since the previous chapter. Or is it this chapter? I'm getting confused now. But Jacob has moved in with Olivia. I wonder if I'm going to be getting a roommate in the future, and I've been thinking maybe it might be Marula. But yeah, we will see what happens moving forward with that. Subscribe for more Harry Potter Hogwarts mystery videos, and I will see you probably in like a month with more chapters. But then of course we've got Halloween right around in the corner with that. We'll see how that all plays out as well. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye bye everybody.